Welcome to Ultimate Survival Gear. Today, as you guys can see, I have two, not one, boxes. One is from Salomon and another one is from Adidas. Yes, wanted to make this comparison review for quite some time. Let me open up the boxes and show you what I have here in front of me. Okay, from Salomon, we have one of my, if not the most favorite, alright, hiking shoe. Absolutely love these hiking shoes from Salomon, and this is XA Pro 3D V8 GTX. Absolutely love these hiking shoes. Fantastic comfort level, very lightweight, excellent lacing system. I mean, the comfort level is unbelievable, the outsole is unbelievable. GTX waterproofing if you prefer waterproof hiking shoes. Can't go wrong with that. Overall, fantastic shoe. This is from Salomon. Now, from Adidas, we have, let me open up the box here, one of my top favorite hiking shoes. If not the favorite hiking shoe. You see what I mean here. It is Adidas Terrex Swift R2 GTX, and this is the same shoe. Yes, this is the same shoe. Absolutely fantastic hiking shoe. Again, GTX waterproofing, unbelievably comfortable, very lightweight, excellent outsole. And the interesting part is, for the most part, depending on where you find them, the prices are pretty much the same. Currently, they go around $120, $130. Sometimes you can find Salomon's cheaper, sometimes you can find Adidas cheaper, depending on where you're shopping. I will put the links for the Amazon in the description below, and I'll also put the links for Salomon direct website, because sometimes I've seen the prices being better than on Amazon. Yes, so check out all of the links if you are planning to buy this. But let's start the review. I mean, this is gonna be complicated. All right, I have no idea how this is gonna turn out. Wanted to do this for a while. Let's get into it. As some of you know, this is not a regular hiking shoe review. This review is specifically for my ultimate survival shoes. Basically, if these were not just your regular hiking shoes, well, they were your hiking shoes, but you had them for a bigger purpose. Something bad happened. Natural disaster. We had Hurricane Ian over here a few weeks ago, and it was absolute madness, or it was mayhem. Something like this happens. You want to put on something on your feet. You need to leave the house. You need something waterproof, something quality, something comfortable that you can walk for miles to get to, maybe to get to the safety, maybe to get to somewhere where you can get some supplies and then come back home. Just imagine whatever survival situation. Maybe it's a combat situation. I know a lot of people in the military, in service in general, they prefer Salomon XA Forces because, I mean, those are fantastic shoes. So if something like that would have happened and you had this or this, which one would be better? Well, hopefully we will be able to find out by the end of this review, and you will be able to make an informed decision whenever it comes to making a purchase. Alright, how do we make the judgment? We make the judgment based on 8 different criteria. Let's begin. Criteria number 1, of course, comfort level. And in order to assess the comfort level of all the boots and shoes that I review on this channel, I do a 3-mile run non-stop and then a 5-mile walk non-stop. So total distance is 8 miles covered, and I continue wearing the shoes after I'm done with the hike and run for another, however, usually it's like 6-7 hours, whatever, depending on how long it takes me, so that the total wear time is about 8 hours, maybe a little bit more, just to test the comfort level and have a very fair baseline for the comfort. Okay, like I said, absolutely fantastic comfort on both of these. There are a few factors that contribute. Let's break it down. The very first one is the weight. Man, this is going to be interesting. Okay, now both of these are 9.5. All right. So let's start with Adidas on this one. So, okay, let's see who wins this. 14.7. Excellent weight. But I'm not going to say anything else. Let's put Salomon, 14.7, Adidas. 12.8 on Salomon. Wow, so Salomon is definitely much lighter shoe out of this two. And you can definitely feel it. Whenever you're picking it up in your hand, you're like, wow, How did they manage to do this? I mean, the midsole looks quite bulky. You have all this protection going on. Hell, you have GTX waterproofing, which, you know, waterproofing definitely adds some weight to the shoe. How did they do it? I don't know, but obviously Salomon here wins because it's the lighter shoe, and obviously, you know, with a lighter shoe, you will be able to walk for extended periods of time, longer. You will be able to run more efficiently for longer distances because you don't have that, you know, weight on your feet slowing you down. But let's move on to the next thing that contributes to the comfort level. Even though I have to say this is, you know, anything under 15 ounce, whenever it comes to waterproofing hiking shoes, is a fantastic weight. So Adidas did great there as well, all right? But still, we got Salomon so far leading. Flexibility of the outsole, another thing that contributes quite a lot to the comfort level. In Salomon, we can see it's pretty flexible. It creases in all the right spots. The creasing parts here, no pressure points, so very, very comfortable, very good. Not too flimsy, so, you know, on the rocky road, it doesn't bother you. But at the same time, decent flexibility. Same thing I can say with Adidas. Very nice creasing spots. Again, no pressure points created. Very nice on rocky road. It's gonna be fantastic. All right, you're not gonna feel pretty much anything. But I do have to say the outsole overall is a little bit on the stiffer part. Not necessarily something that takes away from the comfort level. I would say it's more of a personal preference. Some people prefer a little bit more flexible outsole. Some people prefer a little bit stiffer outsole. Well, it's up to you to decide. Let's move on now to the inner sole. I'm gonna take out the inner soles on both of the shoes, and then we'll compare them back to back because this is why we're doing this review. Okay, so now the Salomon inner sole is a very, very nice Ortholite inner sole. I do like Ortholite quite a lot. It's a wickering technology. If you've been running for a long time, walking for a long time, it's hot, maybe your feet are sweating, the bacteria is not gonna start forming around it because it has that wickering technology. That's a plus. On the negative side, for some reason, most of the time, Salomon, they don't really spend as much time, I think, as needed on developing their inner soles. So you do have this, you would think, an arch support and heel bed, but really look how flimsy it is. It's basically nothing. So there is really no arch support, there is no heel bed. Overall, the inner sole is fairly decent, more mushy than actually being, you know, kind of impact, you know, protecting, but not bad, all right? Plus, once you remove the inner sole, you also have this blue layer, which is very nice. It's a very good jelly type of surface, which adds additional impact protection. So overall, decent, all right? Pretty good. Although, if you watch, you know, any of my reviews, check out the comments, people do complain about the inner soles from Salomon quite a lot. So if you're from Salomon, if you're working for Salomon, my recommendation is, guys, take a look at your inner soles. They need some improvement. Moving on to Adidas inner sole. Now here things get a little bit better. Here we have a little bit better arch support. It's still kind of flimsy, but definitely there, and the heel bed is very, very nice and defined. So Adidas actually does a little bit of a better job at holding your foot in place with this inner sole. Now it is pretty cushiony too, and as you can see, the material is very good, so this is not gonna get wet at all, all right? Because of the way the material is. Going to be really quickly to dry it out, take it out, you know, just in case if the water got in. So overall, whenever it comes to the inner sole, I think Adidas did a better job. Okay, let's get the inner soles out of the way and move on now to the overall cushioning, starting from Adidas here. Now, Adidas, for most part, is pretty firm. Not much cushioning here in the tongue, in the shaft. There's quite some cushioning, but not a lot. For the most part, it's very nice, very firm, okay, shoe. And going further into the shoe, there is no cushioning on the inside, so keep in mind it's very important to get these in the right size, because if you don't, you're not gonna appreciate this very, very tough toe box over here. Now, whenever it comes to Salomon, a little bit better whenever it comes to cushioning. It's a softer, a little bit more soft friendly cushioning here. As you can see, the shaft, the heel, and then going through the shoe. Same thing at the very front, there is no cushioning. Keep in mind the same thing. You want to get them in the right size, because yeah, that's not gonna feel good. Okay, so overall, let's get a conclusion for comfort. Definitely more comfortable, a little bit more comfortable Salomon. Why? Because they're lightweight. There is more cushioning. Even considering that the inner sole is not very good, a little bit too flimsy compared to Adidas. Adidas definitely better inner sole. Still, you have that extra jelly layer, which definitely brings Salomon on top. Hey, if you prefer a little bit firmer shoe, you might appreciate Adidas better. So again, what I'm saying here is not an indication of what's better or worse. It's more of a preference. Okay, so let's move on to the criteria number 2 now. Proofing and protection. Okay, both of the shoes have the GTX waterproofing. Gore-Tex. Where's the Gore-Tex on this one? They have to put a Gore-Tex somewhere. Yes, there you go, Gore-Tex. If you're not familiar with Gore-Tex, Gore-Tex is the best. I wanted to say one of the best. Now, I think it's the best waterproofing technology that is available out there right now. Basically, it's a membrane that is sewn into the fabric. It's very lightweight. It's very, very quality waterproofing. And it does not take away somehow from the breathability. So, quality stuff. Also expensive, keep in mind. That's why the prices are like $120, $130 for a shoe. It's not cheap. That Gore-Tex is probably makes up a lot of that cost, all right? Whenever it comes to the protection, as you can see, both of the shoes feature some toe cap protection. I think on the Adidas it's a little bit more efficient because it just goes all the way around. Probably that's what adds to the weight. On Salomon you only have at the very, very front. Here your toe is kind of exposed. So I think Adidas did actually a little bit better job with their protection. Overall, whenever it comes to the whole fabric, Adidas again takes the protection a little bit more to the next level compared to Salomon. Salomon is overall just a little bit softer, and that's one of the things that you compromise. You're getting a softer shoe, expect it to be a little bit less protection than, a little bit harder shell shoe. Now, the heel is reinforced on both of the shoes. Obviously, nothing in the ankles, no shaft, and you have excellent protection on both of them from the outsole, but we will talk about the outsoles later. Let's move on to the criteria number 3, quality and the design features. Quality wise, Salomon is fantastic brand. They know exactly what they're doing whenever it comes to outdoor stuff. Adidas, fantastic brand. They know exactly what they're doing whenever it comes to outdoor stuff, which honestly I was quite surprised whenever I just got into Adidas brand and started doing their reviews. I was not taking them seriously, and yes, I was really, really surprised. They are an excellent outdoors brand. I mean, the people that are developing these Terrex outdoor stuff, they know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly what we want. And by we, I mean like hikers, backpackers, whatever. All the people that are into the outdoor stuff. So quality-wise, fantastic. And again, I put the links for Amazon in the description below. Check them out. I mean, the reviews, they speak for themselves. There's plenty of reviews on both of these from people, so check them out. Moving further, let's talk about the criteria number 4 now. I'm sorry, criteria number 3. Still, we're in the quality. Let's talk about the design features. Whenever I talk about the design features, I talk about the lacing system. And here, as you can see, on both of these, we have quick lace. Yes, check these out. Now, on Salomon, it's very, very straightforward. Quick lace, you press the button, you tighten this thing. Same thing on Adidas, you press the button, you tighten this thing. Both of them tighten up, very, very proportional, very easy. The only difference I would say is the buttons. I would say on Adidas, the button, as you can see, it's a little bit more intuitive, a little bit more quality, a little bit more responsive compared to the one on Salomon. Another difference I would say is that the place where you store the extra string, here on Salomon it would be rolling up and going into the little pocket here in the tongue, just like that. And on the Adidas, you don't really have a pocket here in the tongue, but you do have this kind of thing that lifts up and goes in here. It might create some problems for some people, kind of like a tripping hazard, but I wanted to point out that on both of these, you can adjust the length of the string by taking out this thing right here, as you can see here, and then you kind of pull one or both of them out. You can cut them and you can make a new knot and it will make them shorter. So you're not gonna have as much stuff hanging around creating the tripping hazard. So both of the shoes, they have excellent lacing system. Both of the shoes have amazing, quality. So let's move on to the criteria number 4 now, outsole. Traction and stability. Man, this is gonna be tough. Okay, so whenever I do my run and my walk, I do it on a variety of different surfaces. I start with asphalt, tarmac, then the sand, dry sand, wet sand, dry grass, wet grass, rocky road, flat, shiny surfaces, rubber, just whole bunch of stuff. Everything that I can find. And I had both of these shoes, and I did hikes and trail running in both of these shoes. And it's really, really tough. Honestly, it's really tough to pick which one is better than the other one, because both of them, they perform excellent on pretty much anything you throw at it. As you can see, Salomon is a little bit flatter and Adidas is just a bit more aggressive. The grooves on Adidas, they stick out just a little bit more, but at the same time, on the Adidas, the grooves are a little bit rounded. On Salomon, however, they are sharper. So you kind of think that, okay, so Adidas is going to be more aggressive, it's going to be a little bit grippier, but then you wear Salomon and you're like, wow, how did they make it possible? It's so flat looking, but at the same time, it's so grippy, it's so aggressive. I would have to give this to Salomon just because I think it's a little bit more versatile whenever it comes to the a variety of different terrains. Also, I do like the fact that they implemented these ridges on the sides. Will help you if you're doing some rope climbing or something. There isn't one like that on Adidas. Continental tires over here on the Adidas. Contour grip here on Salomon. This is their famous outsole technology. Really tough. I would leave it up to you guys. You decide. I would go with Salomon, but this is fantastic as well. It's really, really hard to pick the winner here. Okay, let's move on to the criteria number 5 now, temperature. Both of these are fantastic for the hot, for summer. They're very nice, very breathable. Like I said, contour grip, definitely, not the contour grip, sorry, the GTX technology, Gore-Tex waterproofing technology definitely contributes to that breathability. For winter, yes, they're waterproof, but again, don't think, too much snow or anything. You don't want snow to get into this, but if you're doing some light trail running in the winter, that might be good. If you implement some insulated socks, it would be pretty good. Maybe some gaiters as well, just so that the snow does not get into your shoe. Let's move on to the criteria number 6, sizing. Both are true to the size, but if you prefer a little bit of a wider, a little bit more spacious fit, you're gonna appreciate Adidas. Salomon has that very unique Salomon tight wraparound fit, which I absolutely love. That's why I'm probably more leaning towards Salomon. But again, if you prefer a little bit wider fit, you're gonna appreciate Adidas. Keep in mind, very important to get both of these in the right size, because like I said, if you get them too tight, your toes touching that front, man, you're gonna get fatigued pretty quickly. You're not gonna like it. Let's move on to the criteria number 7, balance of application. So if this really was your ultimate survival shoes, one of these, which one would be better? Man, that's tough. I have to say, I really like Salomon. But here's the thing about Adidas. Look at the way they look. They look like very inconspicuous, very sneaker looking, kind of friendly, right looking. Compared to Salomon. Salomon is a little bit out there, all right? If you wear this on a regular basis, it will definitely get some attention, the design. Now, I know they have plenty of different different colors, different designs, but for the most part, all Salomons, they look a little bit out there, all right? Not like everyday wear. Adidas, however, I know this is a little bit like military looking because of the color, the Ranger green or D green, whatever green it is, but you can get a design. Adidas, they have black, they have quite a few different designs that look like a normal sneaker that you can pretty much wear every day and not be that not noticeable, right? Not stand out of the crowd. So in that aspect, design-wise, definitely Adidas. Whenever it comes to comfort, whenever it comes to the outsole, whenever it comes to lightweight, Salomon. So again, that I'll kind of leave it up to you to decide which one you want to go with, because both of these, they have they're like, it's really hard. It's really hard. And I'm gonna leave you with the very last one. Probably gonna make it harder. Criteria number 8, price. Currently, Adidas, they're more expensive than Salomon. But a week ago, Salomon was more expensive than Adidas. And they go between like $100 and $140. They go up and down, up and down. So if you check the links for Amazon right now, you know, the prices might be different from when I was recording this video. So unfortunately, that's just the way it is. The new model comes out, these get cheaper. The new model comes out, these get cheaper. So maybe based on the price, you will be able to make a decision easier for yourself. You want to open the link in the description below, and Adidas will be cheaper than Salomon. So you're like, okay, that's the sign. I should get Adidas. Or maybe Salomon will be cheaper than Adidas, and you'll be like, okay, I'll get Salomon. Yeah, you see, I told you I'm not gonna make it easier. But at the end of the day, the good news is that whichever one you go with, they're both absolutely fantastic quality hiking trail running shoes. Very comfortable, excellent outsoles, excellent GTX waterproofing technology, wider fit, more spacious fit, probably Adidas. If you prefer a more narrow, a little bit more tighter fit, Salomon. If you want a little bit lighter shoe, again, Salomon. If you prefer a little bit more firmer, better protection shoe, Adidas. So let me know in the comments below, guys, what do you think about this comparison? Which one did you pick? If this comparison was helpful, let me know in the comments below. Hit that like button, subscribe, because a lot more videos will be coming to this channel. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. I always appreciate your time. This was Ultimate Survival Gear. I'll see you guys in the next video.